3. Oh wait, it's on go, by the way. 3, 2, 1, go.
Mission begins in 60 seconds.
Alright, so usually on upward, I find that going out left is kind of, I just die to the demo man or something like that, just to whatever spam is on the left, because the heavy's usually on the left hand side, and he attracts a lot of attention and a lot of shots fired over at him, so I usually don't want to stick right by the heavy. That's just the way I like it. Although going out left is fine, because you could also protect your heavy from whatever spam. My heavy, Sneaky, he uses Fist of Steel at the beginning, so I don't really need to do that. Actually, I think he rolls out on the right hand side on this one. But yeah, usually I roll on the right. I wait right here to get a buff before I go.
Mission begins in 10 seconds. 5.
Yeah, I rolled out left in mine and got spammed down by demo. So
Yeah, I mean it might be good for like trap checking. You see Sneaky's he's got the Fist of Steel there. And once that initial spam wave is over, I know that more isn't gonna come right away. I'm kind of waiting for a teammate. Oh, you might notice a crosshair thing. Try to ignore that. And there's FaZe. He's amazing, so couldn't really do anything about that.
He is a good sniper.
He kind of destroyed us.
It's a good sniper, man.
Oh yeah.
5 minutes left in the mission.
Oh yeah, I do a little power jack jump. I don't know if you really know about that or not. And he sniped me again. And I really should be checking behind me a little more here. I'm not sure if Deer's dead or not, but usually I like to get up here. There's Deer. Just to, I think going up on top of that little balcony thing is really good, and FaZe is amazing. So going on that little platform is pretty helpful as Pyro, because opponents will have to walk up the stairs and you can really control them much easier from there.
Was that the little jump you were talking about? On top of the rock to the...
Oh, I was talking about the power jack jumps, like the little hop I do to bring up the power jack before I jump. But I can do that later.
Yeah, I'd love to hear about that. I don't use power jack enough.
Yeah,
I should though.
Just try it out. I don't want to go too far into the scout here by myself, because he can just outrange me. FaZe is sniping on that left area there. I go forward here to try to protect Mustard from the scout, but I kind of got too far out, so kill him all here. Get his number in there. So you don't want to go, like, you want to be able to protect your team, like especially your demo, if you're playing with them, but you don't want to go out that far, especially not for just the scout. It's offense, it's not too big a deal, but you know, keep that in mind. Try to know your distance, and especially figure out where the heavy is. And I started spitting flames out there to discourage the scout from killing your heavy, but you died anyway. You know. Kind of a painful thing. I got close to make sure no one tried to rush our demo, and then I turn around for 1 second and there's their heavy invincible. Like, I can't really do anything. Couldn't react fast enough.
Was he forced on that, or?
I don't really know, but it was good for us. We have Uber advantage now. We have 100%. They don't have any, or they're very low. So we're gonna be looking to wait for our team here. Just kind of ease in. Their demo's kind of far out a little bit. Oh, he's not too bad.
Is that a good spot?
And we got forced here. I'm not really sure by what it was. I don't remember. I didn't really do anything in this push. Here, Mustard calls that we should go into them, and I made the mistake. I think that's KL. I don't think it's very special. I shouldn't have. We shouldn't have clustered in there. It should have been just Mustard, and I should have come out through just going straight in. He called that we should go into them, and instead I waited right by him, like as if I'm supposed to protect him. But really, I should have been out there fighting.
We're pretty lit too.
Can you say that again?
You were lit too.
Yeah, that's true, but I wanted heals, but really, I should have at least like tried to do something else, or not get clustered. Kind of a funny stab. I wasn't looking enough there, so could have been prevented, but it's alright. Yeah, I should have been there for that push. Deadly. At this point, I believe we're taking this, so
We have been awarded additional time.
I'm not really sure where Mustard is right now, but he's probably at forward. I wanted to go meet up with him, but this isn't the right way to go meet him. If I'm gonna play with the combo, that is. Oh, that was a crazy air shot.
Good anticipation.
This is amazing. I didn't even notice that when I was playing, actually. Right now we're about to get Uber, I believe. And, I didn't see the charge. Yeah, we're about to get it.
95.
Right now you don't want to die. And we lost a few people here. We lost our heavy. You don't even want to peek snipers at this point when you're about to get Uber. Or when you have it, especially. So right now we have to wait for ours, or for our team to come back. Specifically, Sneaky. Nobody should be dying right now. Just hit an air blast just in case. And I'm not gonna go in, like, I don't want to be right inside them. And, with that sentry there's not much I can do. So, I opted to go on the left, but that was kind of actually a mistake. I make this mistake a lot, where on Uber pushes, I separate from the combo. And that's not really, if I'm gonna be part of a push, I want to be with the death ball, or at least next to the death ball. And by going to the left there, I did some damage on the heavy, but I wasn't supporting my team there. There's the sniper, I'm gonna get out of there. I wasn't supporting the team in the push, so I wasn't very helpful. I did some damage to the heavy, but then just everyone else around me got destroyed. Probably partially because I wasn't there to help. I would have at least, you know, delayed their deaths, if anything, so... And that led to them, you know, killing me from behind me because they were on my side. I'm not gonna chase a deer, you know why not to chase there. So, I think we're calling to push here, or we called to get a suicide, or at least a force. So I'm just gonna try to work my way in here. This is kind of a good and bad thing. I didn't go through that door right away because the demo saw me, so I didn't want to get spammed out immediately. So I waited there, and after I saw the stickies were done deading,
Are you going for like a medic or a med force or something?
There's the force. I think he got scared. He didn't need a force there, but I think because 4-4 is afraid of me, because he knows it's me, he did it anyway. There's phase. I'm trying to do little dodges, but I can't really do anything after that. So I did get a force. Maybe with the help of my team I can be able to see from my POV. But after I got the force, I should have gone back to my team. Because Mustard, when I think we pushed in after their force. So at least after the Uber was done. So there's the deep hook sound. So I should have been supporting my demo there. Or at least supporting somebody on my team instead of being by myself out there. And I went outside in the open because I thought there was people back there. Regardless. This Satan got a nice reflect there. I know there's people up in that little shortcut area, so I don't want to go in right away, or like, especially if it's a heavy, like I saw earlier, so it's a bit reluctant to go through there. There's deer. Kind of made an obvious move. He almost got a stab on that soldier.
Yeah.
Close. That trap probably would have killed me if I was paying attention. Sneaky was told not to go through there right away because we were about to have charge. Again, don't get yourself killed right before an Uber. This is kind of a weird one. I wasn't really sure what to do with it. So I decided to just check around because really my team was going to handle that upper area. Sorry if our heavy was there. They moved the gun. They moved the gun, so we were called to just go because the gun's not shooting our cart here. So, there's a 8-minute 47 time is not really the greatest, but we do work with it. Any questions during setup time, I suppose?
Mission begins in 60 seconds.
I guess we'll just see what you do at first on defense.
Alright. Well, of course there's the suicide. I wanted to do this plan, like I had this plan in my mind where initially I would stay by the medic, and then after initial suicides or what have you, I'd rotate over to the flank side. Not through the sniper lane, of course, but around back,
Mission begins in 30 seconds.
just to support them a little more, because you don't want to die on defense, especially not for 1v1 trades like Mustard told us. Because they respawn faster and they're much closer. So if I were to support the flank there after the initial suicide's done, after protecting the medic from that, they'll be more likely to live. And then once the other team is pushing in, I'd want to go back to the medic and maybe air blast the Uber or just support the team in general there. I don't think I actually get that done. But because I'm too busy trying to watch projectiles here. I am checking though. Yeah, there's the scout dead. I did a little bit.
Does Caitlyn and you do defensive Ubers a lot? Like on defense?
Not too much, no. Usually Sneaky gets it, or Heavy. I could do it though, like it's not too terribly hard. But yeah. Usually he flashes me though, which is great. Needed some ammo, so destroyed dispenser was quite convenient. Well, maybe not as convenient as the actual dispenser. There's deer. I'm just trying to keep track of them, although I'm getting a bit distracted. Oh, I check around. Amazing flare from Satan. Here's their Uber. I back up because I don't want to be in the direct line of fire. This is a mistake a little bit. I airbolted him too much. I did call that he was behind, and we did kill him. Failing to reflect things, you know, the usual.
Happens.
I missed a lot here, so that was kind of bad. Had 6 shots and very good. Really sneaky, focused him down there. Unfortunately, Sneaky got a little bit ahead of himself, so this is sort of bad. We don't have our heavy here. Our MG got sniped. There's 2 down. Already a bad sign. There's 2 kills from FaZe, 3 kills from FaZe, and 4. Amazing, yeah.
That was a really nice play.
Try to get out, but that last sticky kind of put the nail in the coffin there. Yeah, FaZe. That should be like a moment of glory right there.
You guys gonna be able to set up on second?
Not really. Usually on second, I will attempt to hold inside a little bit with our soldier and probably scout inside the tunnel. In tunnel.
Oh, okay.
Try to block the car, but I was dead, and so was everyone else, thanks to FaZe. So this is very close. It nearly died. But there's no time on that one. But usually I will hold in tunnels with our flank, and then back out once they take it and just play by the medic. You know, usual standard defense.
Gotcha.
I don't know if Deer's up right now. He probably is. So Deer's really good at killing the combo. And our combo is not very good at spy checking, including me. Like, I'm part of that. I'm kind of bad at it, but I think we're kind of, on defense, we have an easier time on it. Sneaky called that, Deer went through there, so, you know, listen to your calls, your team, and make sure you're spy checking where, I don't know who. Yeah, I don't know what got hurt. I just said they took a lot of damage over there.
It sounded big.
Yeah, it sounded big. I think a medic got hurt a little bit, but I'm not really sure.
Then sweet if you forced or something.
Yeah. I missed 2 shots there. It was kind of bad. I think we're itching to do a forward hold this year, like probably a little closer. I had no ammo, literally none. Like none loaded and very low degreaser ammo, as you can see. So
You're 6.
just a couple last puffs here and there. I was kind of hesitating. I heard that my devilman needed help, I think, so I kind of wanted to go help, but I couldn't without any ammo. It was kind of a, you know. I saw a deer dead ring there, so I just stopped complaints. I had a feeling that was gonna happen. That's a play that I usually try to make from sitting there. Like once you can force or to kill the medic. Once you can push past that little door on the right, you know, the leads into the stairs area.
Yeah.
I usually go in through there and wrap around, either go above and drop down, which is probably what Satan did, considering his positioning, and ow, it's bad. Or just walk around from underneath, which is also probably what he could have done. That play usually works too. Not always, especially if the gun's right there. But if your team's forward far enough, you can do it pretty easily. I've gotten a few medic picks in my time doing that. This is a really bad mistake by me. I don't know. I don't really even know what I was thinking. I wanted to get back to our combo, but this really isn't the way to do it. I'm gonna go back to them. I'm probably gonna want to go from underneath instead of above like that. Like go down the ramp and walk around. You don't want to cross over through main, at least not that close. I do cross in front of main a few times here and there, like right here. But you don't want to get too close. That is a spy. There's phase. You want to get out of there as quick as you can. And right now our combo is holding down there, as you can see, and I'm holding with the flank up top, which is actually pretty good. If our combo can't rotate back up top, it's nice for the flank to kind of hold closer. Here's our Conqueror. Although I don't think it does anything. And the heavy got distracted, so one thing you can do as Pyro without an extinguisher against heavies is to put him out of position. Even if you can't really kill them without the axe. If you can blast them into into an open area and then have everybody shoot him, he'll die immediately, practically. Just make sure you tell your team that a heavy's probably about to go fly in at you. And Evil got a great meat shot there, so that was pretty good on him. That was kind of a poor move by me a little bit. I didn't really know it was out there, and I just kind of went in. You know. Minute 52 left. At this point, FaZe is amazing. He got in that deep, and I think he just headshot our scout that went after him, if you noticed.
Yeah, after getting the mid too.
Yeah. It's crazy. So at this point, really the guns, like, after you lose your positioning, all that's left is the gun, so I will either try to protect the gun or maybe stop the cart. I did see that scout go in from underneath, so too slow to save our sniper, but you know.
At the end yet?
Yeah, yeah. I can't do anything more though, but not with the Devilman down there. And this gets really close, as you can see. We have a minute left, and they were almost there. So I just tried to quickly get back to take some ground. Our soldier's already here, which is good. So we took some ground here. I was considering wrapping around, going behind them and trying to go for a play, but it's a bit risky. Here Satan crit flared me. It was awesome. He just barely, yeah. That was good from him.
Still got down to 9.
Yeah. Very close. What was I saying? Something about getting behind. Oh, yeah, I didn't want to go for that play because we were so close that risking my life was probably not the greatest idea. I mean, I died immediately anyway, but you know, not before getting at least a few kills. Preventing them at least a little bit with our soldiers still surviving there. Preventing them from getting positioning in the upper area. Yeah, there's the scrim.
Good hold.
Yeah, it was a really good hold. I think our team is well known for being, well, not maybe not well known, but we're pretty good at defense. Our offense isn't the greatest though. All right. So you have any questions about that?
No, it was good seeing where you hold and stuff.
Yeah. And I'm also glad that I kind of get to see my own mistakes. You know.
Yeah, it's good talking it out and stuff.
All right. How about one of yours? So let's see it.
Or I'll give you the link. I saw a lot of similarities and differences in both of them.
Well, that's good.
Put some into my scrims tomorrow and Monday.
All right, that's good. And really, all the things that I do with the shotgun, you can basically do with the flare gun anyway. So, you know, it's not. You can take some things here and there. Basically the same.
Yeah, I'm gonna run some shotgun in the scrims tomorrow and see how it goes for myself.
I think shotgun's pretty good for defense, at the very least. I feel like on defense, you're not gonna run into like you're gonna get into battles that are very like quick, and they might involve, you might need that damage output the shotgun can potentially do, just to protect yourself and your team. On offense, I feel like there's more like longer combat situations which don't really work with reloading as well. Maybe want to try that. I don't know. Probably just making stuff up here.
Yeah, I see people tend to use it more on defense. I'm definitely gonna give it a shot on both then.
I need to restart TF2, or rather, my TF2 crashed, so.
Oh, it's because of the tick thing, or is that why?
I think it might be because of that server blocked my crosshair, and whenever servers do that, usually on map change, I will crash. So evidently, it works for unloading demos too.
Is that like a UGC config or something that was on this server?
Some UGC servers block it and others don't. Like, it's kind of a weird.
It's weird.
Yeah. But all right, I'm at 502 roughly.
All right, you can call it whatever.
All right, on go. 3, 2, 1, go.
Mission begins in 60 seconds.
So, what you said was going on the left, and you get spammed down. Same thing happened to me. However, I did find the spy.
Yeah, that's good. That's one thing I didn't do, actually, was spy check very much. Which you might want to consider, like, doing both. Like, do the initial, go up maybe through main or avoid the sniper or something. By going left, and then just doing a quick check around. I'm typically not the greatest at doing that, so that's actually good that you reminded me of that. I can do that, so I might try that. We learn something from each other. Yeah. So then, on your next scrims, try going right after you do some initial checks.
Yeah, I think my problem was we didn't see the sticks in the bush, which was pretty stupid of us. Well, specifically me. I didn't see them. They weren't really cold, but still, I think that's what got me. I haven't seen this one yet, though.
Usually you want to have somebody kind of just watching what the demo does at the very beginning, calling out where he puts his trap.
There's spy.
There's the trap. There you go. You respawn
I think it was
really
in
quick.
the bushes.
That's not so big a deal. It's better that you die and not your heavy. Oh, crits on defense. That didn't work out too well, did it?
No, Heavy did a good job of blocking it.
Yeah, that was good.
So the spy was up there on the rocks.
Yeah, that's a pretty good spot. I haven't seen that very long.
5 minutes left in the mission.
Oh, nice reflex. It would have been awesome if you followed up with 100.
Oh, I missed it. 2 crits, so.
Yeah, that's okay though. You know,
don't really know what happened there. I guess that's why I was just kind of invised or something.
Oh my god. I usually try doing this too. That's a pretty good move that you did there. I usually try doing that as well. Although most teams will not back off in your direction, at least not in high levels. They'll back off towards the hill. It does help push them further away and make more room by having somebody there. You might be useful on even Uber pushes though, like to blast their pyro away. Your team's doing a good job of taking as much ground as possible. That's good.
Yeah, we're definitely better at offense than defense. Called that a little bit too late.
Yeah, he kind of juked you there a little bit. I don't think you should be chasing him for this long.
Yeah,
you don't want to do this. That's good. Once he, like, as soon as you saw that he was a mile away there, you just don't want to even bother. Usually after I fail the first time spy checking, I just won't even, I'll just like put him out of my mind. And you don't want to put him out of your mind, but, like I do, but you definitely don't need to be far behind spy checking.
I called him out, but he got our NGM card.
Yeah, I did hear that. That's a good catch. That's good. He was itching for that one. They dropped their heavy, or they lost their heavy rather. Usually when the heavies goes down, I like to be a little bit more aggressive. Doesn't happen as much in platinum because heavies will stay alive longer, but because heavies are the biggest pyro mulchers. I would consider going for a play, or at least peeking to see what you can do. Because at this point, doing what you're doing right now might not have been as useful. Just checking for a medic play, because they probably wouldn't expect the Pyro to be there so soon. Like going through around through the ramp and through the house on the right. Nice reflect. I think you're getting a little bit tunnel vision here.
Yeah, completely. And the spy easy stab.
Yeah, it was a good idea. If you're air blasting someone against the wall, every single air blast you can turn around because you know where that person's gonna be when they're against the wall. You know where they're gonna be. Like you've done air blasts against the wall so much, so all you really need to do is just do a quick flip just in case. And if it's the medic against the wall, like you can deal with anyone who tries to attack you from behind, like the spy or the NG or something. Whoever's there, you can, you know, get them out of your way.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like that happened to me later in this one, maybe.
Oof.
Just give me a shot.
Now, also another thing, during that Uber push, your heavy was doing a lot of spy checking. If he's doing a lot of spy checking, you don't want to be doing it yourself. If he's going out aggressively, you want to do some checks around you guys. Like, don't dedicate 2 people to spy checking. At least not during that kind of fight. I mean, everyone needs to spy check. You don't want to go towards the Uber when they're Ubering in. Like, you gotta back out from that. Yeah, at least for those Uber fights, try not to, you know, double duty.
Yeah, I should have stood up.
You know, always,
my combo in their push.
Always check. Like walk forward, do a jump, and spin around just to check, so that way you keep your forward speed. That was good reflect. Interesting, chasing him. All right. Yeah, that.
Tunnel vision.
Probably or not. Yeah, you don't want to do that. I mean, it was good that you chased him a little bit. That's a good move, but like, there's only so much range that you have. So as for that Uber they pushed when they pushed into you, if it's they're that close, then maybe you can do it at 1 air blast, but they have to be like really close. So try to do at least 1 air blast and escape. And if it's, you know, against the wall and it's just the demo in particular, then you can just shut the whole thing down. But against heavies, it might be better just to air blast them around the corner and get out. I would consider checking around inside, because right now there's not too much being done. go inside the little area on the left. I mean, not. I guess not before the Uber push. So you're too. I think you're a little too far back here for this push. But it's good that you went back in. Nice. That was good. Okay, you just saved the game.
Not a bad time. Oh, that's actually a decent time. Actually,
That's a pretty good time. Yeah, that's really good.
Gotta switch power jack.
Mission begins.
So you use extinguisher on offense just in case you kind of close to the heavy or something.
In a couple of them, I do power jack on D. Some of them I do axe.
Okay.
But I always switch to it just to suicide.
To get a feel of. Oh yeah, I see it. The suicide. That's good. That's good.
I don't know what I do in this one. Some I do one way, some I don't. Yeah, this one looks like I switched back to axe.
Looks like it.
We'll see.
I really personally don't like the axe extinguisher. I won't like tell you not to use it, but if you find that you're really not getting in any situations where you're head-on attacking a heavy or a demo or something, like I don't remember you using the axe once in that last round.
Exactly.
It would have been way better if that whole time you were faster, you know?
10 seconds.
Yeah, I feel like if I learned that jumping thing you were doing, it should increase
Yeah.
my usage of the power jack.
Definitely just practice without it first, so you don't, like, I have a bad habit, I do it too much. Practice without it. Careful peeking out in the front there, that's through your sniper lanes. Maybe it's not really as big a deal in silver, but at higher levels, the snipers will kill you if you do that. So, if you're gonna wrap around to the left-hand side, you'll do it through the back. Unless their sniper's dead, of course. There's a room, but just be careful.
Okay. So come in. We're gonna do a defensive Uber, I think.
Oh yeah, I see.
So here, I was like, he's dead. Where's the med?
Yeah.
Lost him.
That was an interesting move by the medic there. He actually went straight up your stairs. I think your team should have done a better job of keeping track of him. While you're kind of keeping the heavy away, they should be watching someone else, watching where the medic's going. What I would try to do is one air blast on the heavy, turn around and push the medic towards your team. If you're going to be in that spot. Nice save, that's good save.
What sentry got spammed?
Fuck jump. No, you don't.
That
would get you killed so
a
much.
top 10 play though.
Yeah.
if I landed it.
Flick jump,
I've always
extinguishment.
wanted to do those.
Yeah, they're really fun. Get you killed all the time.
Dude, I'm just really dancing with a friend. Just to practice.
Yeah, looks like when you were crossing there, you weren't really looking to your right, and maybe you didn't need to, because, you know, it wasn't really anything threatening you, but it's good just to see what's there. That's a good move.
Yeah,
this
I have no
is,
idea.
yeah,
Sorry.
this is what I would, like, consider, like, doing as well, like, going through and holding tunnels, stopping the cart.
Yeah, our NG went down at first, so we needed more time to set up on second, so I just said I'll do it, and I got the NG.
That's good. That's really good, actually. Usually, my soldier would be there with me. I don't know if he was up or not. Looks like your scout was up though at the time. Try to coordinate. You don't want to always, like, in Platinum, if I went to do that against the scout and have NG like that, they would have two-shot me in the time it takes to do one shot, because they would both meet shot. So it's brutal. At this point, you don't want to go out anymore. You're very lucky to be alive, actually. The team didn't focus you at all. Once they cap, like, there's basically no reason other than to delay the cart. Your demo's here, so it's okay to be forward now.
It's a little bit too much, though.
But just make sure if you're gonna be out forward like that, that you're with a teammate. Like, I don't know if your demo's with a teammate, so there he goes. Like, you need support if you're gonna be out there. So your tunnel vision again. If you're blasting somebody, take a look to your right or left or wherever the danger could possibly be, just to see what's there, and that'll help you gauge like what you need to do next.
Alright.
Oh god, that was close.
Lucky. I could flashbang then. Yeah, I find myself getting tunnel visioned, I think 3 or 4 times in this scrim. It's definitely something I need to work on.
Yeah, I mean everyone does. Everyone has that issue. Like I have it. Like everyone gets it. But the key is to just pay attention. Like what the most important thing is for this game in general is your game sense and knowing where the enemy is at all times, with or without your team calming them, is really helpful. Key. Good force.
Good force.
Good. I would have probably not done it just because I'm terrified of platinum combos, but it worked, so that's what matters. That's good.
Some tunnel vision there again, but
yeah. I don't know if your team like called to stop the card or something, but
you know, I tended to roam too much in this screen.
I see. Yeah. That's good. Well, that's good that you know, rather.
Yeah. I think I do good on last day, staying in the correct position.
Alright, let's see how that goes. Your Kami's peeking through main here. I wouldn't push peek through main very much, but you weren't too close, so it wasn't really so. Because the sniper's there.
Sniper.
Yeah.
I was lucky there.
You just gotta be careful. You know. This is good. I like going through underneath. Scout's dead. That's good. Your scout's on a spree. Awesome. So your combo's holding up top. Alright.
Soldier here too.
Yeah.
I think the spy is gonna be around us soon.
I was
right.
okay, that's good to like stick around right now. Especially when they're comfortable. Nice. The spy's on your NG actually.
Yeah.
What was that? So if
It
it was
was-
yours or theirs.
It was theirs on orange.
Sometimes, well at least I was considering holding underneath while our combos up top. That might not be very good. Like just going underneath like the stairs, you know, going down those stairs there. But if they're close to Uber, you don't want to do that because they can push in through either of the upper areas, and if they do that, and your team has Uber, you are like the most important thing. So maybe you want to try it because I'm gonna try. Oh, wow, that was amazing.
I don't even know what happened there.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to remember this tomorrow, or if we play it for tomorrow in the calendar invitational, to hold underneath when they're not close to charge, and when they are close to charge, going back up to the combo, because that way you can kind of have the best of both worlds. Your combo will stop anything that goes through the door side and the stair side, and you can sort of watch underneath. Because Pyro's pretty good underneath, I find. It's little maybe jokes.
My combo though, well, this is just my team. We're pretty bad. We're all my heavy and demo. We're really bad at spy checking. So
Okay.
I tend to stay a little bit closer than I should sometimes just to keep them up. But
Yeah. Well,
we're getting better at it.
yeah. You don't want them to rely on just you. You know, make sure.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, make sure you teach them the lesson, like by roaming sometimes, like just to spite them and let them get stabbed, just so they know. Don't actually do that, but
Yeah.
you know.
They definitely know. We're getting better though, for sure.
That's good. My combo is not the greatest at spy checking either, including myself, if I'm part of that combo. So, you know, actually in that game, we did a really good job. We shut down Deer extremely hard. He got half the kills our spy did, and a lot of deaths. Poor guy. Basically, in that game, because the one before it, the spy on BPM was wrecking us really hard. Dog Floaties did a really good job.
That's good.
Yeah, they're all very good, and so what Sneaky did was he just changed it up. Like, I think what he does, or what I would probably consider like, as an option, if I were to play heavy, to spy check first during or just before a push, or just in the middle of a push. If you catch him, you can kill him, and then right after he's done, then you can do whatever the heck you want. One of the problems is when it's in a heavy v heavy fight. You know how those are. You can't take your mouse off of that other heavy, or you will die, even for a moment. So that means the heavy has to make the choice: turn around for the spy, or kill the heavy, or like probably get killed by one or the other. So might want to consider like having him just do that initial check before getting into any like important fights that he can't look away from. And of course, you can help him with that.
Yeah, actually, I definitely need to get better at staying up and around my combo right before push.
Yeah.
And not bleeding, keep my team up.
Yeah, you don't want to die alone. Like, that's the worst, one of the worst things. And you especially don't want to die on opposite waves of your combo. Don't die and then have them die right after. Especially on defense. That's the worst thing that could happen to a defensive team, is alternating spawn waves. The worst thing. So, just be very careful. Let's see. About the tunnel visioning, there's not too much to say other than check around yourself. Make sure you know what's going on. What I like to sort of imagine in my head is sort of like a circle, like the circle of influence, right? You know how Cygnus kind of went over that? I don't know if you saw that video.
Familiar. Yeah, I feel like I did. I also saw one with like him and a couple other pyros. I don't know if you were in that.
I wasn't. It was Cygnus, Satan, Pudding, and Huey, I believe. That was
it was a while.
fledgling platinum pyro. Still kind of am, but you know.
Fledgling.
Yeah, little baby birdie pyro. But yeah, what was I gonna say about tunnel visioning?
Cygnus is something.
Oh yeah. Imagine like a wall or a circle around yourself. And sort of make sure that anything that gets in that circle will die. Don't move forward to put them in the circle. Just, you know, let them get into your circle. That's where they make a mistake. Pyro is really good at capitalizing on mistakes, and if they get too close, you have that ability to kill them. Now, it's good to be aggressive and move your circle into them too, but you want to do that with your team. So what I like to do is, like, I don't, you know, actively do this all the time because that's sort of difficult to do, but sort of feel out, like, when, say you're with a soldier or with your demo or something, if they get out of your circle of influence or your wall, get outside of your wall, put it in front of them and make sure that, you know, anything that's getting on them will have to deal with you too. That's the team play. Like, it's basically building up a wall with your own team. Like, they should have their own little circles or walls too, whatever you want to call it. And so anything that moves into there, you attack and kill whatever's particularly closest to you, or you're someone who's important, like the demo man. And make sure that your team stays in that circle if you're pushing at the very least, and that you know, anything you don't want to go into them, the other team, by yourself, particularly not on defense. 1v1s especially, don't take 1v1s on defense. You don't want to do that. It's not worth it. Even if you win, like, there's still that chance that you're gonna fail, and or even just trade, and trading is worse on defense. So there's that little rant out of the way.
Yeah, it's definitely one way to think of it. I never thought of it like that, where, like, if they get in there, your area, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, that's really just capitalizing on mistakes. Like, the really good scouts that I've played against, I will never get anywhere near close enough to deal with them at all. And my shotgun aim... We got lag? What's going on here? Yo, feeling alright? Hey, everything okay?
Yep.
There we go.
It's weird, my
Right.
ping looked fine.
Yeah, it might have been just a little issue with the mumble.
I'll get that checked out later.
So what were we saying? Something or other. I don't even remember.
Areas.
Oh yeah, I guess. Capitalize on mistakes. The best scouts will not make those mistakes, so you gotta be careful with them. My shotgun aim isn't good enough to deal with them outside of that circle. Like, I need air blast to aim. I'm just not good. I'm not very good at aiming without it, despite what some might tell you. Certainly not as good as the high level scouts who will meat shot you at just the right range to do maximum damage without letting you do anything. And but you know, if they're doing that to you, really your teammates should be there to help you. Like, your team should be out there dealing with them. If you can't deal with them, someone else should be, and you could be helping with another class with someone else who's, you know, like everlasting the pyro away, or you know, catching the spy, or whatever you're gonna do. Yeah. Make sure you're helping focus targets. If you're running shotgun, I've heard that that's pretty good in helping with that.
There's definitely a lot of mistakes I can capitalize off of.
Yeah, especially at lower levels, there's a lot more mistakes that will occur. Just, you know, make sure that you're not making the mistakes. Which is, you know, you can only do so much about it, but do your best. Did you have any questions about anything? Like, how to run certain loadouts or whatever? I don't know.
Well, looked like you just did some shotgun and some power jack tonight.
Yeah.
I think I'm just gonna do that in my scrims and see how it goes for myself, because I'm definitely not gonna do extinguisher. It did not work.
Yeah, you didn't even get a single kill with it, I don't think. Yeah. I don't remember.
I think I just put it. I think I just hit someone with it once, but they still got stayed up, so that didn't really do anything.
It's especially good if you're doing the thing where you switch around between flank and combo based on when the other team's pushing. You'll be able to do that quicker, and that's always good. And upward being if you die on defense, especially like first point, being a big a map as it is, getting there quickly will add up. The longer the map, the more useful it really is. So I would suggest not necessarily learning how to do that little power jack jump right away. The one where you retain your speed. I like to use that in combat at times, especially against non-hit scan situations, where you can keep your speed boost and continue to attack. It's really useful for that. But the main thing you want to learn with power jack first is using it to just get around. Don't get caught up in that, and then like Huey Lewis in some streams has said that you know, even I make this mistake too, that like Fathom and I sometimes we wouldn't be ready for a reflect or something just because we were doing the little jump. Just focus on getting around places quickly, retreating quickly. You might want to learn the jump for retreating, like running away from a heavy. It's really useful.
Yeah, I'd definitely like to learn it.
But I mean, really, all it is hitting your melee right before you land, jumping, and then right after you jump, you hit you go back to your primary or secondary.
Right before you jump or after?
After you jump, you can switch back to your primary.
Alright, so you switch to your power jack right before you land.
Yep, and then you switch off of it after you jump.
Gotcha, and that maintains the speed all the way until you land again?
Yeah, and if you land and you don't switch back, that's okay. I mean, you go at normal speed again, but even flicking it out for 1 second, like if you're walking forward with the degreaser, you hold the power jack for just that one little moment and then jump, I think you get your full speed out of it. You go up to the 115% speed.
Interesting.
So, I mean, like, it's a great way to just start. Like, there's a very slight, very, very slight acceleration time to go on when you're on the ground, to go from your standard speed
to 110
to 115 actually.
Or 115, yeah.
Yeah. There's a very small little time, and I think when you do that little jump to start it off, it's faster. But I mean, it's very negligible, so you don't really need to do it. Just try to learn how to do it for retreating is the most useful thing. That way you go faster. If you crouch when you're doing it and a heavy shooting you, you go even faster. So, and you also don't get the extra damage. At least you get it for 1 moment, but it's very little compared to what you would normally.
Yeah, I'll definitely use it to get between my flank and my combo a lot more tomorrow.
Good.
See how that goes.
All right. Anything else?
Do you have any tips for getting good at the shotgun other than just pubbing with it? I guess.
Consider changing some minor details. I don't know. For me, when I change little details like the crosshair, or my HUD, or my in this case I had my view models for shotgun off today. It might kind of remind you, like, you lose a little bit of muscle memory, I feel like, when you do that, and it kind of makes you focus on your aim a little more.
Actually, yesterday I turned off my view models for degreaser and shotgun,
but
not my not my melee. I've just been getting used to that.
Yeah. Do you have flames on?
Yes, I have view model 90 and draw view model 0 for my primary and secondary.
Once you learn how to control your flames really well, consider turning off the flames as well. It's very useful. You see a lot more.
Yeah, I'm getting used to the length of it, like how close to the corner does it get and stuff.
Yeah, your view models for flames actually lie to you. They're not the same as what the flames are actually. Like, they tend to, I don't know that. Yeah, they're just not exactly like how the actual flames are.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
You get the feeling for it.
Yeah, it helps you kind of get an idea, definitely. So it's fine to have them on. Just try it out whenever.
What's interesting is the when you're crit punching someone, how like you switch, and then you shoot the flare as like the fire particle hits the other player. It's weird.
Yeah, it's that's really fun to do. As you saw, Satan got one on me. I think sometimes when I pub with him, we kind of get into those little fights. He wins some, I win some. It's kind of fun.
Yeah, I got one on Huey the other day.
Oh, that's awesome. I remember I got one on him in a like pug or something, and he in his stream he said "lucky retard." It was kind of funny. He was not very pleased.
Yeah, it's good. I don't know. Do you know Gaviduo?
Yeah, Gaviduo is awesome.
Yeah, I just got one on. He got one on me today in mix, and then the very next life I got him right back. It was funny.
Yeah.
It was funny in the chat.
I had a little exchange with Fathom, like on some lakeside scrims one day. I killed him, or at least I hit him with them twice. And then on Barn Blitz, showing me up, he air blasted me, and he still got the crit on me.
Oh. Yeah, I've never seen that before.
It's very difficult to do, and in fact, probably lucky at times. You need to aim your fire up first, and then air blast, and then immediately, right the moment you air blast, you switch to your secondary, which can be difficult at times to time it. But
I feel like it's not even possible, actually.
It is possible. But
well, yeah, but it's just like when you think about it, like, wow, that's impressive.
Against the wall, it's especially possible.
Is the fire particles stay for longer or something? Or
I'm not really sure, but I feel like it's easier. I'm not really sure. I think maybe that the fire. No, actually, it doesn't do that. You might think that the fire like goes up against the wall. I don't know if it does that. I think it might just go through the wall and just negate damage after it goes into the wall. I forget exactly how they work in that regard. Let's see. I think I might have been saying. I was gonna say something about aim. Change your sensitivity at times. Consider a lower or higher. Like, I don't know. What's your sensitivity right now?
I use a Razer Naga Epic. I don't
know. What's your DPI on that? Do you know?
I know it's like 1800 or something. I don't even know if that's the DPI.
Let's see. If I look up your mouse, we'll probably find it.
The acceleration has 4, and the sensitivity is 1800.
A lot of people will recommend that you turn off acceleration.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you can get used to it. Like, I know a really good sniper who has acceleration But if you're just starting out, you might want to consider turning it off because that means that when you aim, it's different based on your mouse speed. You might know this already, but you know, consistency is helpful with aiming. So, I mean, it is consistent based on your speed, but sometimes it doesn't click. You know, how quickly you're moving your mouse will affect your aim.
Yeah, I'm definitely not gonna change it, you know, right in between weeks
Oh,
or
yeah,
anything. But I
definitely
should,
don't.
yeah, I'm definitely gonna look into that though.
Yeah, I play with 14.3 inches per 360.
Mhm.
That's all that does. So
Yeah,
that's
it makes sense.
quite a big range.
It's a pretty low sensitivity.
Yeah. So
So
it
you,
doesn't always work out in my favor. Kind of kicks me in the butt sometimes, but it helps. It
same
helps me
time
with
though,
my aim.
helps with your, yeah, pretty good shotgun aim. I can see. So I'm sure you got the feeling for that all down.
Yeah. I mean, really, it doesn't really matter too much. Like, you could have great aim and a very high sensitivity with acceleration. It's all what you're used to. But, you know, I think it's easier to aim, like, to learn to aim when it's when it's consistent and, when it's sort of smooth. Which is also why you should get a 120 hertz monitor. By the way, do that eventually.
You can tell I don't have one.